And I would say the big one is that we're just going to buy fewer, bigger businesses at the onset, because we've learned that a lot of times the bigger the business, the more we can help. Because when it's a smaller business, it's like we have to build so much infrastructure. A lot of times there's no CRM. So it's all Google Sheets and things like that. So we have to implement a full CRM so we can get data pushed to us. So we even know what's going on in the business. Finances are typically a mess. It's just, his mom's bookkeeper that's been doing it, across the kitchen table, that's been doing the finances. There's typically no leadership team in place. It's usually a founder and like maybe a first follower, somebody who's really loyal and kind of like an integrator for them. But oftentimes they don't even have that. And so when we've looked at the more and more mature businesses, it's like they have a lot of these pieces in place. And so then we can get straight to value creation.
There's no leaking bucket.
Yeah. Or less.
Just to double click, you're really good at deconstructing processes. Yeah. So you go to a founder and you say, okay, your company's worth $5 million. I'm going to go and invest. And then I want 20% of the upside or 30% of the upside. How do you ensure to the founder that you're not just freeloading on the upside? And do you create milestones? What construct do you use to align yourself?
Not milestones. It's been pretty much straight up. We get 30% of the upside.
Just trust.
Yeah. And that's been the whole point of building the brand and building the presence that we have, has been to have that trust. And I would say that it's definitely lubricated the deal process overall. We don't need to do nearly as much diligence, as a traditional PE. So we can move a lot faster on deals, and we've generated a lot of cash anyways in the meantime. So that now if we do want to write bigger checks, we can do that. I can't write the check sizes that I would like to write, but at this moment we can stroke a 10 or a 15 or $20 million check if we really like something. I can't write multiple of those $100 million checks for a company.
When we got introduced a month ago, we started talking about this crossroads that you're at.
Yeah.
You've engineered this model that works where you're owning large percentage of slightly smaller businesses.
Yeah.
And you're thinking, should we continue building this kind of Berkshire holding company, or should we go the private equity route? What are the pros and cons in your opinion?
If anyone who's listening is like, he doesn't sound decided, I'm aware. Yeah. On one hand, we could raise, outside funds. Transparently, I'm just so afraid of losing someone else's money.